Hello guys, here I am in beautiful lagoon of Arcadia in the Magnetic Island, and just came here after the backpackers at Bungalow Bay, the Bungalow backpackers in Magnetic Island, enjoying my day. And it's just beautiful how life is, because there's no greater place on earth than actually being here in the moment, and that's what the video is about today. It's about how are you able to live in the moment even more. So no matter what, guys, you have to realize that in life there is only this moment. There's only this moment, and what are you going to do about it? How are you going to live it? What are you going to see, and how are you going to do it? Now, there's a reason I'm moving around here like this in the pool, and what this means is I'm conditioning myself to become better. So what I'm doing right now is I'm working on my emotions. How am I working on my emotions? What I'm doing is I'm moving my body around. As you can tell, I'm running in the pool just in one spot, but also moving my arms around. Now why is that? Why am I doing that for myself? As I've mentioned before, that dancing is the best way to train your emotions to grow. So what you have to do is, have you ever heard the quote, if you're not moving, you're dying? So as I'm moving right here, what I'm doing is I'm moving so that I can move my feelings, my blood flow, so that I can loosen up a bit, and so that I can loosen up even more. So usually in daily life, you feel people who are very tensed up, they're very tensed, they're very intimidating, right? So what I'm doing, I'm just letting go of what? I'm letting go of tension, okay? And as I let go of tension, what am I doing? All I'm doing is labeling my feelings and who I am and what I'm doing. I'm becoming self-reflected through my own body awareness. Now, the body awareness is right here, all the way down to your legs, your arms, your heart, your body, your actual stomach, okay? This is what I'm working with at the moment. No matter what, you have to realize this is what you must do also. So what I do is I get in the pool like this, I get in the pool and I start to train myself how to look better, how to speak more clearly, how to work my emotions so that everyone else can actually do the same thing. So no matter what, here I am just showing myself exactly how to live life to the fullest. And why is that? Because emotional maturity will get you everywhere. Those who are emotionally mature are always going to find a better place in terms of mindset, in terms of having less anxiety, in terms of having less self-esteem. So what you need to do is make sure that when you get into the pool, that you start doing some exercising in the pool like this. Now what this is just a beautiful way for you to let go and for you to actually summon up all your emotions and what they are saying for you. So right now what I feel is I feel excited, which is happiness right now. Excitement is happiness. So the more that I can dance around on video, the more I can train myself to be on video and also speak in the moment. So for example, I did speak earlier in my videos how to dance about Muhammad Ali, right? What's he doing? He's doing these around the boxer, right? Why is he doing that? He's dancing around the boxer. Do you know why? Because he's working out his emotional intelligence, his feelings, so that he can outmaneuver the other boxer. The boxer who dances even more in the ring is the more fluent one, it's the more precise one, it's the more of a leader to be able to dance around your opponent, okay? If opponent's just like this, like he's very scared, that person, compared to like the person that's doing this. Like you can just tell in the move structure that the person who's got their arms like this, like ready to pounce on you or whatever, is a person who is far more excellent than the person who's just like very tensed up and just ready to go all out, for example. So you have to realize that no matter what, never let anything get to you. And if water does splash on my iPhone here, it's going to be okay, everything's going to be good. As there are some kids over here and everything like that. So no matter what, you just have to realize to just be in the moment, be with yourself, and dance around as much as you can around people, because that's how you're going to learn how to become more mature. That's what I'm doing. So the reason I do it on camera now is just so I can see exactly how I feel on camera in front of other people and exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got some kids watching me right here, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just dancing, minding my own business, right? And that's what you need to do. You need to mind your own business. But as you can see over here, there's some sun over there. And the reason I got off the sun is because there's some shade over here. And in Townsville, over here in Townsville, Cairns, and Magnetic Island where I am, it's summer now in 2020, which is January the 23rd today of 2020. And the reason I got off the sun is because the ozone layer here in Australia is very hot. So what I do anytime there is a pool where there is some shade, for example, I'll show you. See the shade there? So that's what I love, that's what I need, okay? Because my skin helps me to live a longer life in terms of having no cancer. So I always get out of the sun as much as I can. And as you can see, I do have a tan over here. And this is natural. This is natural. I never planned on having a tan. It's just the way it is. I'm moving around Australia in the summer, and I just got a natural tan. Okay, and I put no sunscreen on, so it's natural. It's natural. It's totally natural. It's like going in the sun for 5 minutes and then going out, and then going in the sun for 5 minutes and then going inside somewhere, going indoors. So no matter what, you have to watch out to never suntan yourself on purpose. Never be, for example, over there in the grass with a towel suntanning at 32 degrees in Australia, because even 4 hours of suntanning or 2 hours of suntanning can actually cause skin cancer, and it's very bad. Never get yourself skin cancer, but make sure that you're less in the sun in terms of life, but make sure that you do get some sun. About 30 minutes a day is worthy, okay? You need at least 30 minutes a day of sunlight every single day to be able to get the vitamin D from the sun and to feel energized throughout the day. As you may have seen, maybe you went to the ocean or the pools and you sunbathe for maybe 2 hours or 3 hours and you're in the sun all day and the sun was on you, and then when you got back home at 5 p.m. in the day, you were very tired. That's because the sun starts to absorb your energy. It starts to take energy from you, and the longer you are in the sun, the more tired you get. So 30 minutes of sun actually increases your energy, okay? It's actually very healthy for you to be in the sun, but only 30 minutes a day, nothing else. You don't need any more. And now, as I am in the sun today, I'm not literally in the sun, yeah? So it's obviously, yes, come out, enjoy your life, go in the daylight somewhere, just stay out of the sun for most of the day. Because you never know, skin cancer can creep up and it can ruin your life. And it's better to get yourself checked out for skin cancer, for any type of cancers in your body every single month, just to make sure, just so that you're on top of life. Okay, make sure you get a blood test every single month for cancer, any sign of cancer. Get yourself an X-ray every single month. Okay, you never know what can happen. So it's just an insurance policy that I do for myself. So guys, just make sure that as you're in the pool, as you're somewhere in life, condition yourself in the pool like I am. And all this is doing for me is training me to actually be in the moment and to actually never give a fuck about what's going around me. So all I care about is just me right now. And I'm just learning on the go how I am on camera, how everything looks, and I feel amazing. I feel amazing. When I feel amazing, I feel happy. An amazing feeling is a fantastic feeling. An amazing feeling is a happy feeling. A fantastic feeling is a happy feeling. A happy feeling is a confident feeling. Okay? A happy feeling is a courageous feeling. A confident feeling is a courageous feeling too. So you have to realize that this all matches together. An amazing feeling is a confident feeling. An amazing feeling is a courage feeling. A courage feeling is a fantastic feeling. A fantastic feeling is a confidence feeling. So you just have to be able to vibrate with yourself and show yourself that you got what it takes to be able to enjoy life and dance around and just condition yourself how to live life. So as you can see, here I am conditioning myself And what's going through my mind? Nothing. Nothing is going on through my mind because I'm not in the mind. I'm in the feelings. I'm in the emotional state. So what you need to do is be in the emotional state even more so you can train yourself exactly how to do better in terms of life. Okay? The more you can be in your emotions, the more you can be athletic, the more you can be healthy, the more you can have energy. Those people who are in the mind are always unnatural about what they do, what they say, who they are. So it's always worthy for you to actually be in the body, which is right here, anything, and just have no mind. As the Buddha says, cut off your mind, okay? Have no mind. When you cut off the mind, you will find out what no suffering is. And that's exactly what I'm been doing right now. And the Buddha is one of the greatest in history in terms of being in the present moment, and his quote, have no mind, stays in this lifetime forever. So it's very, very honest about what's going on, and you have to realize that your emotions are more powerful than the brain ever will be. So you have to remember that the mind is totally a different organ from your heart and your body. And the mind has to think how to do stuff, how to everything. But what you need to do is you have to be in the emotions more. You have to train yourself how to be in the emotions so that you can talk more naturally, so you can approach more naturally, so that you can be in a public seminar more naturally, and so that you can actually do everything on the go. See, today I was in the mirror and I was doing one of these. So what am I doing right here? Like I'm just feeling myself. Right? I'm feeling how my emotions as I do this. How do I feel about this? Do I feel amazing? Do I feel like a rock star? Do I feel like Mike Tyson? Do I feel like Muhammad Ali? How do I feel? And what's this actually saying for me? All this is saying for me is I'm learning how to be on camera right now. You understand? I'm learning how to be in the mirror. Now, the other day as I was doing that, I was like, I have to bring a mirror with me somewhere. Right, because I have to do that in the mirror every single day. I have to look at myself in the mirror every single day. But now I find out that my iPhone has a camera, which actually is the mirror for me. So that means I have been bringing a mirror with me everywhere I go. So which means that now I can get up on camera and I can do my emotional work every time in the mirror. But guess what? Every time I get in the pool, guess what I can do? I can also make sure to mirror myself, right? As I'll do in the toilet by myself in the mirror, is as I'll do on camera as well. And guess what? I can do it also in the pool, which is amazing. I can look myself in the mirror inside the pool. And I just learned that today. So sometimes you just have to be more aware about who you are and how to actually live life. So no matter what, I just found out I no longer need a mirror of a toilet or anything to actually look at myself in the mirror. All I need is my camera from my iPhone or a phone camera to actually look at myself in the mirror and dance to my own beat. You understand? So when you are in a nightclub or when you're dancing with someone, make sure that you are dancing in your own beat and you're not copying other people around you. So make sure you're never copying people around you because they are actually never going to help you in any kind of way. Okay? When you copy, you actually start to minimize the person you are. So whenever you're writing something, never copy what the next person's doing. Okay, write it in your own words. Paraphrase it in your own words. Connect the dots by yourself. So no matter what I'm teaching you right now is empathy. Okay, and empathy has everything to do with leadership. It has everything to do with bettering the other person. Sympathy, however, has everything to do with feeling sorry for another person. It's more like, oh, you poor baby. But you did not give any type of skill for that person to actually grow up. You were just caring for them and nothing else. Now, empathy has got everything to do with caring for them, but in a way that you're lifting them. Okay, you're lifting them only. You're not patting them and feeling sorry for them. Okay, so no matter what, all you need to do in life is just more empathy. Okay, because empathy is going to better you. Empathy is going to make you a better person. Empathy is everything in life. Now, as you're moving on throughout life, you have to realize that when you're giving a speech, when you're communicating in front of the camera, when you're around people, that you move your emotions too. And you're going to move your emotions for at least as long as you can until you feel exactly how you need to be. Now, eventually your emotions are going to say, listen, you're ready. You're ready to actually now stop doing this, but guess what? Never stop anyway. You know why? Because you have no need to stop. You have to be able to move yourself daily, day in and day out. You have to actually condition yourself. You have to get in the pool like this. You have to get in front of the mirror, and you have to actually just move your body around, move your blood flow around every single day. That's what exercise is. This is my exercise every single day. It's light and flexible. No more heavy lifting am I doing in life. I've actually quit the gym now, so I have more time to actually be flexible. I have more time to be with my family. I have more time to be with myself and produce content for the world, right? So that's the sacrifice I took. But guess what? I have a better way to build my body. I had a car accident when I was 13 years old, and I learned early on, just recently, that I will never ever do my back for anything. So I have my back. I damaged my back before early in my life, and I landed on my spine here, and I said to myself, no more sit-ups will I do. I'll do no more sit-ups to get abs. I'll do no more barbell press. I'll do nothing to improve my back muscles, because I feel that if I started today doing the gym for over the next 50 years doing my back and stuff, that my back would kill in older age. And guess what? I never get older, I get younger. So no matter what, that's why I quit the gym, so that I can be younger, so that I can feel younger, and so that I can live longer. It's so simple. 1 hour a day I planned for the rest of my life to go to the gym. So 1 hour a day for 365 days is 15 days a year. 15 days a year times over 73 years. I plan to be here for the next 73 years and more. And in 73 years time from today, I'll be 100 years old and more. So I plan to live over 100. That's the goal. And I plan to live even more than that. I plan to live over 120. I plan to live over 140, and keep on going. Keep setting those goals. So no matter what, I'm in it for the long haul, as you can tell. So guess what? Now it's time to just be flexible. It's time to just relax, get the body I need, right? A nice swimmer looking body, like Olympic body. That's the swimmers, that actually do those type of swimming bodies. That's the kind of look I'm going for, and that's the kind of look is going to be perfect for me for now. So no matter what, guys, you have to realize, make sure that you're stretching, make sure that you've got gymnastics going, be flexible. That's the direction I'm heading in. It's nice, easy workouts, easy to do, and you can do them with your family. So for example, another technique is to save more time. All right, you can actually save time and you can increase your time. Is, for example, quit the gym. If you're going gym 1 hour a day, quit the gym for the next, say, 73 years, all right, or up to 100, and you'll actually have a time gap where you can actually do something else instead. Okay, so I've gained 3 years of time to be with my family, to be with myself, to do other things that are related to my perfect body, like for example push-ups, and do actually never lift weights anymore. So I'm never lifting weights anymore, right? To actually get the perfect body I need, I'll actually go and exercise somewhere in the park. I'll actually start doing training somewhere out, right, somewhere in the park somewhere, maybe in front of my house or whatever. Now, no matter what, I plan to never have my own house. I plan to only rent a house in my life. Why is that? Because buying your own home is the definition of failure. Today people are getting mortgages, they're losing out on life. You know why? Because they fall into debt, and guess what? They have to go to a 9-to-5 job to be able to repay the one house that they get. Now, when I get real estate, what I'll be doing is I'll be looking for real estate that I can make my money back on within a 10-year gap. And I'll be able to use other people's money, like the bank's money, and any type of money that I make from my business. Or I may even go to an investor and say, hey, give me the money and we'll go halfies on this house in real estate. And then guess what? That's how I can use other people's money and give $0 into the real estate fund to be able to own real estate. All I have to do is find an investor and say, listen, this is going to make you back money for 10 years. In the next 10 years, we make halfies on this. And we're both happy. And I gave no cents, I gave no dime into real estate to actually own real estate, which is amazing because the bank actually gives you 75% of the money and you have to give 25% of the down payment, but then you have to give back the bank within 4 years the money back. And then you have to also give back the investor money, which is why we go 50-50s and we make sure that we get that on the road. So no matter what, you have to study real estate, guys, you have to study financial IQ, and you have to be able to take action to better your life. guys, here I am doing my video, and the reason I'm doing this video is to take action, to create more content, to give you more content, to give you more value about who I am. And every single day I do something in terms of travel, in terms of going places, in terms of who I am, and in terms of how I speak. So as I speak like this, guess what I'm doing? I'm training myself. How? I'm training myself emotionally to speak better than this, to speak better than I am. And I'm actually feeling stronger right now as I move around in the pool like this. So you may have seen me in Cairns. I was doing a motivational video over there, and I could have actually stepped into the pool, but I actually did not know about the pool. I did not know about the pool as I was doing something else. But you have to realize to never put your iPhone or anything close to the pool, as you never know what can happen. It may even drop. For example, this for me is actually really excellent, and I'd rather just let it be like this for myself, even though I can pull it close up, but there's no need. So no matter what, you have to realize, guys, never put your electronics out in the sun. Okay, as you can see over here, there is a sun, all right? And now, the longer your electronics are in the sun, it's gonna ruin your iPhone battery, okay? So it's gonna ruin your iPhone, it's gonna ruin your technology, okay? Because it takes out the energy from the electronics. It's the same thing. You go in the sun for the whole day and you feel tired, right? You feel tired after 5-6 hours, right, of in the sun. You need to fall asleep. That's the same thing as electronics, right? You put your iPhone inside the sun on a hot day, temperature for 30 degrees, and you may not ever turn it back on. You may have burnt like the fuse or something inside the phone, and you may have melted your phone. So it goes with the laptop, MacBook. It goes with all that kind of stuff. So you have to make sure that you're always looking how to better your life and how to make sure that your technology is safe and with you. And also make sure that no one in life ever steals your technology. Make sure no one's stealing your stuff. Okay? Because no matter what, you have to keep an eye out on your stuff, and you have to make sure that you're in the right frame of mind. Now, what is the right frame of mind? The only way to label the right frame of mind is that you're growing emotionally. Remember that. There's nothing else to think about. As long as you're growing, you will always live. And there's a saying going around, if you need to live for over 50 years, then guess what? You will. If you need to live for over 1,000 years, you will. If you need to be in this planet for infinity years, you will be. You know why? It can always be done. Okay? Now, wisdom is the key to that. The more wisdom you gain, the more you live life. It's so simple. You can gain the infinity wisdom that I have right now. I'm infinity wisdom. I have wisdom to last you for infinity. I can keep going on about what I talk about, and I can do it in a different way. And that's life, guys. That's me living infinity years on this planet, even though I'm 27. Apparently 27, right? You don't know that I'm 27, all right? You don't know that, all right? That's just the age gap that we give ourselves, all right? So no matter what, here I am at the pool, and I've been looking at my stuff over there, and there's no need to look at my stuff because I have me. So you have to realize that the age gap, right? We give ourselves all the babies 1 to 3, and then the adolescent is from 8 to 13 and stuff like that. But guys, you have to realize that the real age gap is the wisdom that you have. It's how much action have you taken? How successful are you? What is your status in life? Now, the higher your status, the higher your wisdom about how to be high in status, right? So make sure you get popular, and you always make sure to have more wisdom. So no matter what, just because someone may be on TV today, or maybe very popular and a higher status today, doesn't necessarily mean that they're living life. Now, you must be able to live life for yourself only. Those people who are on television right now, I see most of them are unhappy and I'm living a better life, even though they got the popularity right now. I can actually tell. I'm a vegan, I'm sober, and they're actually drinking alcohol and doing jack shit. You understand? So no matter what, I will never name names, but I can actually tell and I can see for myself who exactly is losing in life. Even though they have the fame right now, they're still losing. For example, in sport, for example, you may be good at sport from 16 to 36. And guess what? After 36, what are you going to do then? You have to think further than that. See, I have a life plan for the next billion years. I can actually do this, and I can actually be Danny Milivojevic, and no one will ever take my spot. Do you understand that? Because no one ever can say that they can replace me, because there's only one mind in my heart, and that's me. Okay? So no matter what, you have to realize that I am one name in the world, and how I think is always going to be different to what other people think. Okay? Everyone, I'll think always differently. Why? Because I'm a grower, I'm a doer. Okay? Now, for example, soccer players. There are billions of soccer players on the planet. There are millions of soccer players. Now, those soccer players will always be replaced. Always, always. But me, I'll never be replaced. Why? Because I have the wisdom to keep on growing. It's as simple as that. Those soccer players, after they reach 36, they go, oh, what was my passion? It's like, why don't you continue soccer, man, until 280, until 120, continue playing soccer. Oh, but your body's gone out. What are you going to do now? See, that's why you work on your mindset. As you're young, the younger you are, the better you are. Okay? So no matter what, work on your mindset. When you're 5 years old, 6 years old, get your family to work on their mindset, on their business skills. It's always business is for life. You can do business at 101. You can do it at 130. You can always be able to communicate with people. So why don't you just work on your communication skills every single day of your life by getting on camera and by getting and doing audio somewhere in the world, and then you realize that business is always the way. It's always business that's going to make your life a much more incredible one. So always make sure that you're always looking for better ways of skills, and how are you going to actually do that. No matter what, here I am in the beautiful lagoon, and I'm just living my life and seeing exactly what I do. But just make sure that just make sure you check your stuff anyway, here and there, just to see is anyone trying to actually be around your stuff or anything. So just so that you make sure that no one steals your laptop, no one steals your possessions. As I did pick up a little bit of a nice spot for me. So it's a beautiful spot as I have shade for myself. But here there are families around, and there's no one around my stuff anymore. So, which is excellent for me. So guess what? I get to enjoy my life. I get to do my life, and that's how you do life. You do life by working on your emotions. Remember, that's how you be in the present moment. Now, everything I ever teach in life is just this moment. I just teach this moment. I'm a life coach. Okay. I'm like Eckhart Tolle, but I'm just doing me. I'm doing me. I'm not anyone else. I'm teaching the moment too. Now, what is the moment? The moment is living in the heart. Okay, live in the heart. The heart has a nice, beautiful field of vibration. Okay, when you're in the feelings, you can feel the world. When you're in the mind, you can only feel the mind. You'll never feel the world and the world how they react with you. Okay, so in life, you always have to seek to never react to people. And how do you do that? You do it with emotions. When you're in emotions, you never react to people. Okay? You actually see their intense emotions, and you'll fly, and you'll grab their emotions with your emotions, and you will build a volcano, and you actually melt together. So it's like shooting into the air, okay? And the air never dies. Or shooting into the air while the air melts your bullets into the air. Have you ever seen anything like that? So as you can see, whoa! As you can see, no matter what happens, it's just you have to realize to just do yourself and live your life, and nothing else is important except for the person you are today. So just live life and see that even kids can teach you something. Kids can even teach you something. But you have to realize that you have to take care of yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. So just make sure that you never get offended by what's going on around you, as everything that's going on around you is here to teach you something. So guess what? I could have been very offended and angry right now about the kid jumping around my technology, even though here I am living my life and doing me, right? And obviously the parents, they were not supporting me and what I was doing, because the kid already jumped and done something. But you have to be ahead of time, and you have to say, listen kids, see that guy over there? Don't jump over there, because he's already doing something. See, that's why you have to be aware ahead of time to be able to see your kids and what they're actually going to do in the spot or in the pool. Otherwise, you actually made your kids do it on purpose, okay? Which is bad fatherhood. It's actually no good. Okay, so no matter what, there's no good or bad. Okay, so you just have to realize that it's just the way it is. Okay, you just have to make sure your kids are not going on the roads. Like, it's the same thing as saying, for example, oh, you don't say a thing, but then your kid goes and runs on the road, and you say, don't run on the road. Like, after the kids run on the road, then you say, don't run on the road. No, you say, don't run on the road first because of this. Teach them first before they even do it, right? That's the same thing as this kid jumping into right next to me, right? The father was totally oblivious to what was going on, and the kid jumped, and he's like, "Oh, don't jump next to him," because he meant for the kid to jump next to me. You understand? It was intentional, because otherwise he would have said before ahead of time for the kid to go away somewhere, and that would be an intentional, even better way, right? so you always have to make sure that you're ahead of time in terms of your kids, and make sure that you get to know your kids, but make sure that you never let your kids run down on you. Okay, never let anyone run down on you. All right, never let anyone control you as a person. Kids try to control their family too, and you have to say, no, that's not the way. The way is this because of that, and you have to teach them that, listen, I'm your friend, but you have to be my friend too. You understand? You cannot be evil on me. Okay, and you have to realize that if someone is trying to control you, even if it's your kid, even if it's your family, you have to say goodbye. You have to let them go. And literally, you have to kick them out the door. You know, bye-bye, no more. You understand? So never take shit from anybody. Never take shit from your kids either. And I'm not a father, but I'm someone who never loves to be controlled. And I do realize that I used to go to my dad and I used to try to control him as a person because I was jealous of my father. Okay? And I admit it, I was jealous of my father. Alright? What he had in life. But then I grew up and I realized that I was totally conditioned to think that way, okay, by the world around me, to be jealous of people, okay. As I grew up in life, I was 45 years old, around 4, people started to condition me. My dad started to slap me, right? My dad started to say, you cannot do that, you cannot do this. And guess what? I grew scared, I grew right-minded, I grew wrong-minded, I grew in a lack of ability to do myself and to be able to live my life. So no matter what, you have to realize that you need to live your life as much as I do, so we have to live it better. We have to live it always better. Always have to live it better. What's that? Yeah. So you just have to do yourself, and you have to focus on yourself to live life and live it better, right? Because guess what? There is no right. There is no right. So guess what? It's just a way of life. So when you find yourself saying, oh, right to the other person, you just have to say that it's never right about what I say. Everything I've said in this video was never right. You just have to realize. And it was never wrong either. It was just a growing experience. It's something that you can listen to over and over again until you take action upon it. Now, what are we taking action upon in this video? All we're taking action on in this video is your ability to get in the pool and to actually start moving around as you're speaking, and then speak about life, man. There's nothing else to do. Okay, speak about life, and the more you do speak about life, the more you'll be a life coach, and the more you'll train other people to be not just like you, but better than you. Okay, so you'll be teaching people how to be themselves, because as soon as you enter the heart space, which is the body, okay, which is your arms are your heart, your legs are your heart, your sexual organs are your heart, okay? So you have to be in the heart, okay? Your heart, your arms, your legs, your sexual organs, your gut, your chest, this is all your instincts, okay? So when they say go with your instincts, they mean go in the body, all right? Do what your instincts say. Do what your body says. Do what your heart says, okay? Do what your feelings say. No mind, as the Buddha says, okay? So when people say go into your feelings, they mean go into your gut. What's your gut feeling? That's the same thing saying what's your instincts? What does your instinct say? So you have to realize to always be in the heart. Be in the heart. When you play sport in the heart. When you're playing, for example, any games, play in the heart. When you're communicating with people, communicate from the heart. When you're scared, let them scare you when you're in the feelings. You know why? Because when you're in the feelings, when people are scaring you, what's going to happen is you're going to actually become stronger. You're going to say, no more will I go to this person. No more will I do this. Yesterday, I gave some woman that I approached because I was interested in one of them, and she was drinking alcohol, and she was banging her beer on the table, and it was very unattractive. The more she banged the more she was banging her beer, like very aggressively, the more I felt like, oh, she may have clear skin and nice and beautiful skin, but then her attitude was very ugly. I was like, ugh. I was like, yeah, I'll get a number, and then guess what? I'll give her another person's number. You know why? Because I already sensed that she'll never ever contact me. Like she was putting a high price on herself, and she was saying that she's better than me, but she's drinking alcohol and she's acting like a drug addict, and I'm a sober person. And I was like, nah, you can call someone else. And she's like, oh, I'll message you. I was like, yeah, no worries. I never gave her my number to begin with. So that made me feel confident, even though she was from Colombia and she was very beautiful. Okay? To begin with, I was very interested in her. But then I seen her, I was like, no way, she's for me. So no matter what, you have to realize that the emotions speak louder than words. Okay? Emotions will give you the happiness that you're feeling. Okay? So right now what I'm giving you is my happiness. It's showing you who I am, really. This is who I am. Everything I've said in the past, forget about it. Like now I've moved on from what I've done. All right, so you must always do everything once. So always seek to make sure that you have fun in life and that you're always testing out and doing trial and error. But I already said that no matter what, the heart will get you there. Okay, your heart is your coach. As you can see, for example, Tony Robbins, he's got an actual documentary that says, "I'm not your guru," right? And he means that. He means I'm not your guru. He means that you are your own guru. Okay? Now, everyone is their own guru, their own teacher of life. Now, you have to be able to realize that no one else is going to teach you but you. Now, what do you have to do to teach yourself? You have to get yourself up on camera and you have to start speaking something. You have to speak something to teach yourself. Now, have you ever heard the saying that listening is teaching? Now, no matter what, you have to realize that no matter what, when you write down something, when you're writing stuff down, you're going to learn the most. But when you write it down with the emotions. If you're just hearing me out now, you're just listening to this information, but you never take action, that means you never heard me, okay? Because action takers would have taken already action to this video. They will not even watch this video. Do you understand? So no matter what, you have to see that this video is here to support you because you're here with me right now. Okay? Wherever you are, I'm with you right now in terms of spirit. Okay? I may pass away, but I'm still with you in the world, in spirit. Okay? I'm still here with you. Okay? You can always come back with me, and you can actually go and rewind, and you can actually see me again, exactly what I said, and you can be with me for a lifetime. For a lifetime. I'll always be in this world. All right? Even when I pass away, I've done something for the greater good. I've left down a legacy for other people to see and for other people to work on. Okay? No matter what, that's my lifetime gift for you guys. So you have to realize that I'm here for myself only, but I'm here to help you guys grow the most because that's going to help me to grow the most. And how do I grow as a person? This is what you must do. I grow as a person by teaching on camera my life, what I've learned. And the more you teach what you've learned, the better you're going to get. And that's how you learn. That's how you grow. And there's nothing else. You have to actually apply information, okay? And the only way to apply information is to teach it. That's the only way you grow, okay? There's no better way to grow than teaching it, okay? Now, when you write something in your own words, you've actually learned those words. When you make a video for 1 hour, okay? When you make a video for 1 hour, guess what you've done? You've applied some words, haven't you? Yes, you have. You have. Of course you have. And then what you have to do is apply more words daily. You have to do more words and more words. You have to be able to see that other people are no interest of you when you are actually doing your own content and when you're doing something for the world. Yeah, I said hi to the kid. Well, so what? He's just a kid. I'm a kid too. I'm a younger kid than that kid. I feel younger than him. So no matter what, I feel younger than the world right now. And that's how I feel. That's what my heart says. So no matter what, I feel that I must do better anyway. I must always work on my emotions and be in the pool conditioning myself. And now, what's my conditioning? My conditioning is unconditional. I have to be unconditional all the time. So what I'm doing right now is I'm letting loose, right? I'm letting loose. So as you can see, there's no tension in me. Why? Because I'm using my emotions to find the gaps in my mind stream. And how do I do that? I move my emotions around. I move my blood flow around. I'm like, okay, there's a gap there. Let me try to expose that gap even more and more and more so I find out where the thought is. because sometimes you may have a thought somewhere in the gap in the mind stream and you have to be able to observe it. So what I'm doing is right now I'm observing the mind as I move around in the pool, and that's actually the